Hello and welcome to Dad Got This, where we're into the tough questions like, will using a wireless thermometer improve your cooking? And how do you find Will Smith in the snow? That second one's easy. You follow the Fresh Prince. This episode is brought to you by Typhur and their Typhur Gold Sync series wireless thermometers. If you follow the channel, you know that I love using wireless thermometers with my cooking. I extol the virtues of using a thermometer, whether it's wireless or not, when you cook, because it's going to improve the outcome of your food. And to help with that, Typhur has the Gold Sync wireless thermometer. It comes in this really nice, compact, single unit. Everything is here. Your probes are here, your base station is here. They even added a stand. I love it. You can just stand it up right there because it has an awesome LCD screen where you can actually control everything on the wireless thermometers without having to open an app. They do have an app, but the fact that you can do everything, make little changes, bump things, move things around, all from the base station is a really nice feature. Speaking of apps, let's go ahead and set this up. You want to go to the App Store and you're going to look for an app called Typhur, Typhur. I have already downloaded it, so it's just going to say open. Go to the Devices tab and hit the plus. We're going to go ahead and turn on our unit here, and you're going to want to sign up for an account. I already have one, so I'm going to sign in. Now you'll see I have the Typhur Dome 2 already in my app because I have that air fryer. And we're going to go ahead plus Typhur Sync series, pair, confirm on device, and that's it. Success. We are paired. Now you're going to want to hook it up to your Wi-Fi. I like to use my guest networks for these type of units because they work better on 2.4 gigahertz wireless. So that's what my guest network is. Little tip for you. Maybe that'll work out for you. Little bit of info on how to insert it. You always want to insert it all the way to the end. Don't leave anything out. And that's it. It's all set up. A couple clicks, super easy. Your probes store right in the base. They slide in and out like so. Let's talk a little bit about some of the features that make this a unique wireless thermometer. This uses sub 1 gigahertz technology. Supposedly, it is an unused spectrum that is more stable. It's going to get you a little bit better signal and way more range. They're claiming 10 times the range of normal Bluetooth thermometers. Let's take a look at one of these probes. That's your probe. Nice, feels solid, feels well made. They're actually labeled 1 and 2. That way you can differentiate in the app what you're cooking and know immediately 1 is in the roast, 2 is in something else, and I know what I'm cooking. In this probe, there are 5 sensors in this section alone. That is going to give you accurate temperature for here, 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 here. It lets you know a little bit more information, and it lets the probe know more information about how the entire piece of meat is cooking. This makes it more accurate. This also allows them to use things like algorithms, which will predict when the meat is going to be done because it's going to know the rate that it changed from here to here. It gives you kind of a little bit more information by having all of those extra probes. But there's actually a 6th probe in this in the end, and that is the ambient temperature probe. So it's going to let you know the temperature of what you're cooking at. Thermometers in grills, ovens, all kinds of things are wildly inaccurate. Usually they're up at the top, way far away from where you're cooking. So by having an ambient temperature sensor right next to your food, you're just going to get better results. There's a couple of different ways you can set up the Typhur. You can set it up for smart cooking or what I call dumb cooking, manual. Let's talk about the smart cooking. If you use their smart cooking features, it is going to automatically do a few things. It's going to give you some tips, it's going to give you some warnings, and it's going to tell you, uh-oh, your food is getting close to being done. You need to take it off now to account for carryover cooking. What is carryover cooking? When you cook a piece of meat, say you're shooting for 120 degrees Fahrenheit. If you cook it to 120 degrees Fahrenheit and then take it off, it doesn't stop cooking at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. The residual heat from the cooking process is still in that meat and it is going to continue to rise. 5, 10, sometimes 15. So what this does is it accommodates for that and it'll tell you, hey, pull it off now if you want your target temperature to be X. If you don't want to deal with that, and let's say you're just using it to do something basic and you don't want to deal with carryover cooking or anything like that, you can set it up for manual and it'll just tell you, oh, you hit your temperature, you're good to go. and it won't do that. So you have the flexibility to use it the way you want to use it. Another feature that it has that I actually haven't seen in many other thermometers is it has an integrated rest timer. Resting is very important when cooking large cuts of meat. You want to give it time to cool down, let the juices kind of redistribute before you immediately cut into it and everything just ends up on your cutting board. This will give you an integrated rest timer in there and it'll kind of calculate what it thinks your rest should be. But how accurate is it? According to them, it's within a half a degree accuracy in within a half a second. So it's fast and accurate. One thing I really like about this is it can take the heat. A lot of the other thermometers that I have tested can't take the heat. I have to take them out when I'm searing because they stop at like 500 or 600 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it goes over, you get this overheat warning and it's a little bit annoying. The Typhur can handle up to 932 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 500 degrees Celsius, and that's hot. That is plenty hot to sear over open coals or anything like that and not have to worry about taking out the thermometer. And when it comes time for cleanup, the probes are dishwasher safe and they are IPX8 waterproof. It says you can run them in the dishwasher. That's what I plan to do because I like running in the dishwasher instead of hand cleaning everything. Makes life a lot easier. Another favorite feature of mine, USB charging. All the other wireless thermometers that I've used that have regular AA or AAA or whatever batteries in them, eventually I just leave them in the drawer, I don't use them for a little while, and then they run down and then I'm out. I've got no thermometer, it doesn't work, I put fresh batteries in it, but then it takes a long time to charge. Not with the Typhur. A 2-minute charge will give you 2 hours of use. And on a full charge, you get a full 24 hours of runtime. You can't beat that. Another super cool thing is this actually integrates with their Dome 2 air fryer. They kind of talk to each other and they integrate and they do stuff together. And now let's get to my favorite part. Let's cook with it. If I can't cook with it and show you that it works, what good is it? So let's cook a steak. What I have here is a nice thick ribeye steak, about an inch, inch and a quarter. For seasoning, we're gonna keep it simple. And hit it with a little bit of avocado oil. I'll rub that in a little bit on both sides and everywhere over here. We are gonna hit it with a little bit of salt, cracked black pepper, and what I call dad dust. This is 50% granulated garlic, 50% granulated onion, and a splash of MSG. The edges a little bit. A nicely seasoned steak. Let's turn on our Typhur. And it says unplug to start. We'll take out probe number 1. 78 degrees in here. Now we're gonna go ahead and push this into the thickest part of the steak. You wanna get it kind of in the middle. You wanna go all the way down to the safety sensor. It's telling me that my steak is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Pardon the camera, but I thought you might wanna see the actual screen. All right, we're gonna set up cook. We can either do manual or smart. Let's do smart. We would like to go, I want this to be 134 for my steak, which is a nice medium rare to me. And there you go. That's all we need to do. Let's get the Typhur Dome set up. Turn it on. We're gonna go steak, 450 for 10 minutes. Sounds good. It's preheating. It even has like a little widget that shows on your phone to monitor the cooking without having to open your phone. I love that. Now for this video, I'm not doing how to link between the two. I'll get into that in a future video. The air fryer is just about ready. Let's throw this steak in. Pretty nice looking steak. Good looking crust on it. We'll let it rest for about 5 minutes. It said it only needed about 2 to 3 minutes of rest. Let's go ahead and cut into this sucker. Take our thermometer out, and then let's go right down the middle. That's still very pink. We'll let the air hit it, let it blush a little bit, and then we'll take a taste. I would say that is about a perfect steak. It's got a nice crust on it. Let's take a piece here from the center. Nice and medium rare. Let's take a bite. Fantastic steak. I can't think of an easier way to make a steak. And it came out absolutely perfect. So if you think this might be the wireless thermometer for you, there's going to be links in the description. If you're enjoying this content, please do the likey subscribe thing. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. You get 24-hour early access to videos, shout outs, producer credits, all kinds of fun stuff. But if you can't, please just subscribe. It would really help me out. With all that out of the way, there's only one question left to answer. Where do cows brunch at? At the cafe. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, review wireless thermometers, cook great steaks. But one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on.